Electrophoresis is a technique used to separate different type of particles depending on their size, shape and molecular weight. Now it is usually separation of the particle is due to its own charge, and running it through the electrical field through the gel is what help in the separation. Now usually the gel material that is used, the process is named after it, and it is that gel material, the pores present in the gel material helps in separation of the particle depending on their molecular weight. Usually it is seen that particles which are finer or smaller usually travel faster, and the particle which are heavier and larger, it stays back. As you can see in the example of this particular gel block, where the polyacrylamide material is used, so it is named as the PAGE. It is used for separation of the proteins. Now the different gel types that are used are agarose and polyacrylamide. Now usually there is another one which is a starch, but these two are the major types of separation. Now agarose is used for separation of DNA or nucleic acid material and is non-toxic, whereas PAGE is usually a bit toxic and used for separation of amino acids and protein particles. Now the sample preparation, it majorly deals first of all with the formation of the gel, which is done in the mold, and you can see there is a comb placed there to make the wells which is necessary for loading the uh, sample that should be separated. Now liquid gel is actually poured into this mold, and then the mold, when the gel it solidifies, the comb is separated, which will leave behind the small wells that will be found present, that will be found within. As you can see in this picture, that this gel block, solidified gel block, is then placed on top of the entire apparatus. It will be like filled with a buffer which is usually tris acetate buffer or a tris borate EDTA buffer, which act as a electrolyte medium and through which the electric current can flow, and along with it, it also helps in keeping the DNA or nucleic acid or the shape of the protein or whatever thing has been loaded, its shape intact, because it gives an isoelectric state for that entire material to run through the entire process. Now when it is done, the wells are formed, as you can see here, in which the gel like separation material will be loaded, and it is usually done by using the micropipette shown here. Now once, like when the loading is taking place, we can see like in the within the well, the sample has been loaded. To visualize the sample properly, a type of loading die is used which has a second property of its own, that it will help in determination that the process is happening properly. And another way is that the material will be colored so it can be visualized easily through the gel. As you can see here, like it actually mimic a certain base pair of DNA. So by simply seeing that, also we can help in identification of the band size. Now when the process is going on, during that time the electrical field will be applied through the entire thing, and that electrical field will help in the entire separation. As you know, the DNA material or any nucleic acid is usually negatively charged, so the wells are usually kept towards the cathode. And when the current is switched on, after all the loading and everything is done, when the current is switched on, the power source is on, then the electrical current flowing through the entire thing will help in separation of the like the DNA or RNA, whatever is loaded there, because it will be attracted towards the anode. And while the attraction is taking place, on when it is all separating, during that time the pores within the gel will help in its separation, because only smaller particle can move faster, and the heavier particle or the larger particle will remain behind. Finally, there is one more thing that is happening there, which is a chemical called ethidium bromide will be added into the gel or into the sample mixture, which has the property of intercalating with the DNA molecule or within the DNA molecule. And when ultraviolet light passes through it, it illuminates with a pink color fluorescence, and that fluorescence will help us identify the bands of DNA formed within the gel after the separation, because otherwise this DNA or RNA, which is completely transparent, it cannot be visualized through the gel. So when this gel block after the process is kept on top of a or placed on top of a UV illuminator, all the jail block, all the DNA or RNA bands formed within it can be easily identified and visualized now, as you can see in the picture. Now, one more thing is done here is a ladder sequence or a marker lane will be run alongside the entire whatever is going to be sample is going to be separated, because this marker bands of DNA of certain interval or base pair size like 100, 200, 300, 400 as shown in the picture here, and that will help us identify the band which are the unknown bands which are with the sample within the sample, and that can be like what size of that DNA or is actually there. So it can be easily identified with the help of this marker lane. As you can see in the picture given here, that this marker lane help in identification of the plasmid DNA, that what size of the plasmid DNA it is usually made up of, because marker lanes that is running right there, the size it coincides, it actually will help us identifying that the unknown DNA sample is of what base pair size.